Hello, Michelle. What's shaking? What's going on?
Hey, Lindsay. Not too much. How's everything going with you?
Well, I know that Halloween is coming up very soon. So, are you planning on trick or treating this year, Michelle?
I just actually, guys, there's an Instagram post that I made about what I think I'm going to be for Halloween. It's a Teenage Mutant
Ooh.
Ninja Turtle.
Oh my gosh,
Because
I have something to say about that. I just discovered that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created in Dover, New Hampshire, where my parents live. And I just on
really,
Friday, I went to the place where the idea was conceived. The house has been torn down, but like they have a commemorative sewer top thing where they've said, like, yeah,
really,
there's a whole thing. It's this like random little town in New Hampshire. These two guys came up with the idea in their home and just went to a conference and it blew up. So it's a
that is
local, yes.
that's all. Wow, your claim to fame. No, this
It's
is
it's kind of cool. Yeah. So sorry, but
that
I just
is
had to
no,
say
but
because I was
no,
just
of
doing
course.
nerding out on Friday all about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Just the
That's
fact that two guys in a basement could just create this idea. I don't know. It's
Well, and
crazy.
it's a classic now. So yeah, I did a whole Instagram post about it.
Yes.
But
Cool.
yeah, so Halloween is coming up, and my son is definitely obsessed with the Ninja Turtles. He doesn't even watch it that much, but he has a Ninja Turtle backpack, and we had him meet Michelangelo at this local restaurant. He was dressed up, and
That is
we
so
had him sign
cool.
his backpack, and so Ed, what about you? Any Halloween plans?
Well, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
remarkable that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have stayed so
I know.
popular since we were kids.
Yeah.
That's wild. Gosh, that's incredible. No, I don't know what I'm doing yet for Halloween. I will have to see. We will have to
Yeah.
see. I'd like to dress my dog up.
Oh.
Sometimes it's just to give him wings or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So
Well, that would be adorable, of
yes,
course.
yes.
So, Lindsay, guys, we want to tell you that towards the end of this episode, we are going to be doing a Spotify poll. If you are listening on Spotify, you can interact with us because we will give out a Spotify question related to this episode, and then we get to see your answers, and then we will read them on an upcoming show, the results.
Yes, I am excited. So Halloween, I think it's a love it or hate it kind of thing. Generally, most people either love it and go crazy or they're
Yeah.
just kind of not into it. They don't
Yeah.
feel it.
Right.
Michelle, sounds like you love it. Is that right? Or no,
Uh,
not so much. Not so
I'm
much.
fine. I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it. Okay.
I wouldn't say that I'm
You're in
super
between.
excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in between. I don't really like scary movies, scary things, but I like the spirit, and it's a fun time of year, so
Yeah.
I do enjoy that, but I'm not huge on it. What
Yeah.
about you?
I think especially if you have kids, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
it's
Yeah,
fun.
I'm really not a big Halloween person. Yeah, like I said, dressing up my dog, that could be kind of fun. If I get an invite to a party, I'll go, but I'm not going to spend like 2 weeks planning my
No.
costume. I'm just not
Yeah.
like, no, I got a lot to do, a lot going on.
Right. Right.
But I
Right.
love seeing
Exactly.
people. I mean, some people already have their costumes prepared, and I love
Yep.
that. Some people are super into it, and more power to you, right? More
Yes,
power to you.
exactly. So, but what about Halloween music? Do you like any Halloween music?
There's some good ones. There's some good ones that come to mind, like Monster Mash, you know.
Mhm.
Sure. When you walk into a Halloween party, you expect to hear Halloween spooky music. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Well, Lindsay, do you remember any of your Halloween costumes from
Yeah.
growing up?
Yes, I was such a nerd. When I was like in 5th grade, I decided I was going to be a computer. And
That's
so
cute.
I
Oh.
made a box and like cut myself
Oh.
into the box, cardboard box, but then I realized I couldn't get into my classroom door. And so
Oh my gosh.
yeah, the way kids think, it's just so funny. So yeah, I had to take my computer off and then I didn't have a costume. So during the day. So well.
Oh no. Oh, that's very
Mm,
cute though. That's a good story. So
yeah.
so you mentioned Monster Match. I mean, when you think
Yeah.
of Halloween, when I say Halloween music, is that the first one that pops into your head?
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, wasn't that from a movie? Was that from what? The Addams Family? No. No.
It
Because
may have
there's
been
the
in a
Addams
movie.
Family. Yeah.
Oh, right,
So
that's true. Yeah, that's true. We didn't
the
add the
Addams
Addams
Family.
Family.
Yeah. I mean, Ghostbusters, people love that one, right?
Mhm.
Any others that come to mind for you?
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk through them. I mean, for me, the one that pops into my head right away is Thriller,
Yeah.
by Michael Jackson. My school did a Thriller dance, every year,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. And then also, Dan and I were on our first vacation together way back when, and there was a Thriller flash mob that you could participate in, and he did it secretly. I didn't know that I don't know how he did it, but yeah, he secretly was a part of this flash mob. So
That's
then he
pretty cool.
performed. Yeah. So, but yeah, I remember announcements also for class starting with Thriller, right? Did you have the school announcements in the morning
Yeah, we
announcements?
always had those. Yes, over the
Yeah.
loudspeaker. Uh-huh.
So I
Uh-huh.
remember they always played the beginning of Thriller. And you know the beginning of Thriller because
Yeah.
it starts out with the door slamming and the scary noises.
Yeah.
And it always freaked me out.
Scary stuff. But Michael Jackson, I mean, so famous, right? These are
Mhm.
icons, these songs. And there's another one by Michael Jackson. What's that one, Michelle?
Well, so we're basically going over the purpose of today's episode, guys, is to
Yeah.
share a little bit about Halloween, and also we want to share with you these songs. We have talked about famous songs in the past, and had fun on other episodes talking about music and songs.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
wanted to do a Halloween themed one, but right, because this is so huge just for connecting
For
with
connection.
people.
100%. I mean, that's what we want to make sure you guys know. It's not just the correct grammar and vocabulary that's going to connect you. It's cultural knowledge. And
Mhm.
being able to have had the experience of these songs, then talking about them, maybe singing them, quoting them, references everywhere definitely create connection. And that's what we want for you is we want you to be
Yes.
connected because that's what makes us happy in life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So right. So we already talked about Thriller. So Thriller, oh wow, I don't know why I didn't have the year on Thriller. I have to Google that real
Yeah.
fast.
Somewhere in the
But
80s, probably, right?
yeah,
80s.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then we have Somebody's Watching Me. So
Mhm.
that one might I actually thought it was just Michael Jackson, but it's not. He sings in it, but the artist is where do I have it? Oh,
Rockwell.
Rockwell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
And
and
that
that was 1983.
yeah, the 80s were kind of the main time, I think 70s, 80s when Michael Jackson was publishing a lot of his famous songs. So that one you're likely to hear as you walk into a Halloween party, right? You're going to
Yes.
hear in the US, you're going to hear these things. Monster Mash, like we said, by Bobby Pickett from
Mhm.
1962. Love that.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
Thriller was 1982. So, yeah, you were right.
82. Ooh, yeah, he had some good stuff in the early 80s. All right. And then what's
Yeah.
another one, Michelle?
The another one is this is from the Nightmare Before Christmas movie. And the
Mm.
song is called This Is Halloween, and that was from 1993.
Okay. Yes. Yes. And I feel like that Nightmare Before Christmas goes back way further than 93, but the song itself, I guess, is from 93. Yeah. Probably.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So, anyways, you guys can look up the years, but the important thing is go listen to the music so so you can feel familiar. There's something about walking into a party when you know a song or when a song comes on the radio when you're at a
Yeah.
party that makes you feel at home and opens you up to conversations and quoting and references and things like that.
Right,
Right?
right, exactly. So how can you use this to connect, right? First of all,
Yeah.
guys, you got to go and listen to these songs. So after you
Yeah.
finish listening to today's episode, go on over and it doesn't have to be all at once, but but go on over and listen to these Halloween songs so that you'll know how to connect with people over these. So, I mean, one way to connect is we already did this. We were asking somebody their favorite if we were asking each other our favorite Halloween song or what is the here's a word, the quintessential, your quintessential Halloween song. What does that mean, Lindsay?
Oh, quintessential is such a good word. It's going to be in the app for today's
Yes.
episode for sure. Quintessential is key, the most essential, the most key song that you think of that
Right.
encapsulates
Yeah.
Halloween as a concept. That's quintessential. Okay. So,
Right.
you could also have a version of this. We could do another episode. What's your favorite Halloween movie? Right.
Right.
So it's music, movies, uh, things like that, cultural icons. Okay.
Yeah.
So asking someone, like we said, what's your favorite Halloween song? Or then moving into Halloween costumes,
What are
Halloween
you going to be
movies.
for
Yeah.
Halloween this year,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Just there's definitely it's a very popular topic
Yeah.
in the US about what's going on with Halloween, also just the fall in general with the hay rides and the corn maze and everything.
Oh, yeah, apple picking. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's
It
fun.
is.
It's fun. Activities in the fall when you see the foliage sometimes in some parts of the country. So there's a lot we could do here, right, Michelle? Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So, guys, before we get to the role play, we wanted to share something exciting that is coming soon.
Yes, it's not just Halloween that's coming soon that's exciting. It's also our brand new C1 fluency course, guys.
Yes.
Now, I am excited to launch this brand new course. We've been working hard on this over the last few months. In this course, you're going to see interviews with 5 native speakers, all different people, interesting people. You're going to learn from the connection method, which means we take the real English from these interviews. We add exercises, lessons, fluency goals. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to make your English more nuanced, more colorful, and more sophisticated.
Ooh.
It's a good time for colors, lots of bright colors, and we're going to add that to your language too. We're going to show you how to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You want to have, your language be varied, like the fall foliage, right?
Yeah.
Like reds and yellows. It just can't be monotonous, right?
Yes, and there are some very exciting connection skills that you can finally have at the C1 level that we're going to show you how to do as well. So guys, get on the early list. This is coming out in just a few weeks, but you want to be on that list to make sure you're the first to hear when it goes live. So go to allearsenglish.com/C1 and get yourself on the list, and you'll hear more about it very soon. All right, good.
Okay, awesome.
Yes. All right, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, Michelle, we're going to go into a role play where we bring in these songs, right? We show our listeners how to refer to these famous songs, yeah?
Yep, exactly.
All right. Okay, Michelle, we are back for our role play. What is the date of this conversation?
And this conversation is taking place on October 20th.
Okay.
And you work in a store and I am the customer.
Yes, usually costume stores are kind of a zoo the week before Halloween, right? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right, here we go. Welcome. Can I help you find anything?
Thanks. Oh, wow. I love the Halloween music you're playing.
You can't go wrong with Thriller.
Of course not. Have you been playing Monster Mash on loop in here?
Yes, I'm getting sick of it. I love Somebody's Watching Me, but maybe I'll play it next.
Whoa, or This Is Halloween.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, that makes me think I just was in a restaurant on Saturday in Maine, and someone's ringtone was the famous Mariah Carey Christmas song, and I'm thinking,
Oh,
I mean, I love that song. Who doesn't, right? But it's too early.
already? That is impressive.
Early. So you have to be timely with these things, right?
It's true. It's true. That is very early to do that. Although it feels like everybody's ready for Christmas right after Halloween ends.
That's true. As soon as this ends, they go straight to Christmas. Maybe a little Thanksgiving, but there's not much you can do there. So Christmas for sure.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
So here we're going to show our listeners, guys, how we bring in our quotes to these movies, how we refer to these movies. These are references, right?
To the songs.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I mean songs. Yeah. So what did I say, Michelle? What did I say first?
Well, you said, because I said I love the Halloween music you're playing, and you said you can't go wrong with Thriller, and that's a good construction. Maybe we'll go into that another time. You can't go wrong with something.
I 100% agree, Michelle. Let's write that down as an episode idea, guys. Hit the follow button. Very common construction when you're endorsing something. You're saying this was a great choice culturally, an icon, a movie, a piece of music. I don't know, a choice, some choice you made, what you're serving for dinner, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes, yeah, really good. So you can't go wrong with Thriller, right? And then I said, have you been playing Monster Mash on loop in here?
Okay. Right. Sometimes I feel sorry for the people who work in these stores because they're hearing the same songs over and over and over. So that's what we mean by on loop. It means that it's just never stopping.
Yeah. Anything you're exposed to on loop. I mean, that's why I can never work in an ice cream shop. I think I would hate ice cream. The smell of ice cream.
Actually, I was just in an ice cream shop, and I was asking. I was having a conversation with the owner about that, about if he just gets sick of it and if he adds it all the time. So I was thinking about that too.
Interesting. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. All right. And then
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I'm getting sick of it. I love Somebody's Watching Me. Maybe I'll play
Mhm.
that next. So we're
Mhm.
brainstorming songs that would be fitting for Halloween time for this shop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I said, "Ooh, or this is Halloween."
Nice. All right. This is great. So, Michelle, we really went through, I think we showed our listeners how to do it, how to refer
Mhm.
to these songs. And we could do a follow up on a lot of aspects of you, like movies,
Yeah.
how to refer to movies, things like that. So, let us know what you
Yeah.
guys want to learn. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So, guys, remember we told you that we were going to do a poll on Spotify
Yes.
today. So, definitely after this episode, go listen to the songs, or maybe you know them already. And just tell us in the poll your answer. Which of these songs is your favorite? So, let us know. Is it Thriller? Somebody's Watching Me, Monster Mash, This is Halloween, Ghostbusters, any other that I'm
I
missing?
mean, I think those 5 will be great, Michelle, right? Let's
Yeah.
add the Ghostbusters. I'm not gonna I don't wanna influence the results, but I have a feeling I know which one is going to be chosen, but let's
Okay.
just see. Let's wait and see, guys. Make your voice heard on All Ears English. We will announce the results, in another poll, right, Michelle? In another episode, yeah?
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, Lindsay, any takeaways for today?
The takeaway here is connection. We are learning English on this podcast. That's why we're all ears English, but we're learning so much more than that. You need so much more than just correct grammar to connect. And a big part of that is the shared
Yeah.
experience of knowing these songs. That can actually
Yes.
connect you faster than using the perfect grammar construction.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's great. Oh, and guys, we want to let you know, sorry. We wanted to let you know also that we are going to have another Halloween episode on the Business English
Oh, yeah.
podcast. So
Mm.
go on over to that because that's going to be super soon because Halloween is super soon.
Yeah.
And go on over to the Business English podcast, hit follow and get that Halloween episode sent
Yeah.
to you.
I mean, there's a lot to learn about how Halloween shows up at work and what you should say at work, what you can say. It definitely comes up, but how does it do that? Go over
Yep.
and check it out. All right. Good
Yes.
stuff. All right, Michelle, thanks for being on today. Now I'm getting a little bit more excited for Halloween. So let's
Good.
get ready.
Okay, guys. Well, Lindsay, this was fun. Bye. Have a good one.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.